So some subscribers suggested to us that we should come to Whitby in North Yorkshire. Apparently it's very, very nice and picturesque. Of course, they didn't mention that the rain would follow us, but there you go. So that's where we are now, at Whitby. Welcome to Grey Matters. Hello and welcome to Grey Matters, the channel that promotes the fact the older generation still matters and looks at issues that matter to the older generation. Well, thanks to subscribers Eileen and Stephen, we're here in North Yorkshire in Whitby, or near Whitby, staying at Captain's Cook's Haven, a small holiday cottage complex that's nestled in the lee of that amazing, beautiful viaduct and next to the North Yorkshire Moors Railway, which actually is just going past now. Anyway, we're here to look around the area, see what's here, see what there is to do, and of course, as usual, we'll take you with us. Whitby is a seaside town and port at the mouth of the River Esk. Its famous red swing bridge is still in operation, and Whitby is where Captain Cook learned seamanship and where his famous vessel HMS Endeavour was built. There's now a bar and restaurant occupying a colourful replica of the boat, situated conveniently close to the long stay car park. There is also an active fishing fleet that thankfully survived the ravages of the EU's decimation of the UK's fishing industry. The town centre features some quaint narrow streets with an eclectic mix of shops, including some very interesting Gothic shops. And there's the obligatory tourist tat for sale, coffee shops and tea rooms, shops selling local jet jewellery, and we found some amazing street art. The ruins of Whitby Abbey dominate the skyline and apparently was the inspiration Bram Stoker needed to write his iconic Dracula novel. Today we're going to go exploring at last, and we're going to try and find the falling Foss, which is a waterfall, sometimes known as the Foss waterfall. So yeah, let's go see if we can find it. The route down to the falling Foss, which starts at Maybeck, is actually part of the coast to coast route, walking route. Yes, you're welcome. Coast to coast. The first part of the track is asphalt, but the next part is very different. Part of the route can be quite treacherous, really. Lots of tree roots growing across, and lots of boulders and loose shale. So you certainly, if you've got any mobility problems, you're going to have to consider this. You may need to get a walking pole. Certainly not going to be good if you've got any seriously limited mobility. Well, after the tree roots, rocks and mud, you'll find yourself on a nice cinder path, which makes a big difference. We finish up with a nice wooden boardwalk. So they have really thought about the tourists. Well, made it to the Foss Falls, or the Falling Foss as they're actually called. 3/4 of a mile walk, a little bit tricky in places, as I've already explained, But we're here. Now there is another waterfall apparently where it's a twin waterfall that lands actually direct on a beach. We might see if we can find that later, so if we do, obviously we'll take you with us. But in the meantime, here are the Foss Falls. North Yorkshire is stunningly beautiful, I mean, as you've seen. And by the falls is a tea room, called the Falling Foss Tea Room, funnily enough. But as you can see, it's actually undergoing some essential maintenance. It is going to be open on the 1st of May, which is only a few days away from today. So by the time you get down here, it should be back in operation. So today we're going to try and find the Whalebone Arch and the lighthouse down in Whitby itself. Maybe have another little look around the town. Well, we're here and it's extremely windy. It's been tipping it down with rain. The sun is now trying to come out. Behind me is the Captain Cook statue, and we've also got the Whalebones here, the Whalebone Arch, which I shall show you now. Now, these are genuine whalebones, I believe. Well, there's the entrance to Whitby Harbour, and that's Whitby Beach with the Whitby Abbey ruins on the top. And over here we've got the lighthouse, but we can't get to it from this side. Well, I think the bad weather has followed us from Lisbon in our previous video. We're actually currently here at Sandsend. We were going to go to the beach, but it's high tide and rough. We're at the Wits End Cafe where Harry today is getting a treat. So Susie's ordered lemon Victoria, I got a curd tart, and Jan is having carrot cake, I think. Really recommend it. The cakes are really nice, the food is nice, and the atmosphere is nice. So Wits End Cafe at Sandsend. This is the old St Stephen's Church near Robin's Hood Bay. Just look at these gravestones. All higgledy-piggledy, and there's so many of them. Indeed, there are a lot of gravestones, nearly 900 that record over 2,000 burials. This is the old St Stephen's Church at Fylingdales that was decommissioned in 1870. It's 200 years old, although there has been a church on this site for more than 900 years. The current church was built in 1822, and the interior is unique, with unusual numbered box pews, and parishioners would have had to pay an annual fee to use them. The church is dominated by a rare 3-decker pulpit. We then visited Robin Hood Bay for some highly recommended fish and chips from the fish box, situated at the top of a very steep hill. As Jan is supposed to be resting her leg following an operation, and also because I'm inherently lazy, we didn't fancy climbing back up again, so we just settled for the fish and chips. Apparently the fish and chips here are superb. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness, that's big, isn't it? I've also treated myself to some mushy peas. Let's have a look and see how we get on with this, eh? Right. Because I forgot my little tripod that goes with the gimbal, but let's give this a try. Oh, that's excellent.
Nice. Just get that off there.
Chips are just as good. Let's have a look at the mushy peas. This is very sloppy compared to mushy peas we normally get.
Yeah.
But I'll give it a go. Actually, they're all right. Well, we've been here a couple of days, so I suppose really I should show you around the accommodation. Let's go. The living space is compact, quite small, but very neat. Dining table for 4. I think if there's actually 4 of you, that sofa is going to have to be moved quite a bit further to make room. The kitchen is, I call it a caravan kitchen. It's about the size of the workspace is what we had in our caravan. So there's not a lot of it. And you may find you're going to move out to the dining table to do any preparation. There is a microwave, toaster, kettle, oven and hob, and a supply of cutlery and glasses. The heating is by storage radiators, which I didn't think they still did. The house was boiling hot when we moved into it. Not very easy to control. There's TV with Fire Stick, and there's free Wi-Fi. And then we have the hallway, which, again, small but neat. The master bedroom has a very comfortable double bed, but wardrobe space is limited to a small cupboard in the eaves. The second bedroom sports 2 single beds and a freestanding wardrobe, while the bathroom is very small, but the owners have made great use of the space to fit everything into it. Overall, I think 4 people in this cottage would be a bit of a struggle, to be honest. There's 1 bathroom. 3, it was fine for the 3 of us, and 2 and a couple of kids would be even better. But this is called Fauna's Corner at Captain Cook's Haven, and it's rented through Sykes Cottages, and we can highly recommend it. We went across the moors and we ended up at Goathland, which was used in the filming of Heartbeat all those years ago and substituted for Aidensfield. We're now here at the Hole of Holcombe, I believe it's called, which is a very unusual piece of landscape. The Hole of Holcombe is a crater 400 feet deep and about 3/4 of a mile wide. It was created by spring water welling up from the hillside and gradually eating away the slopes and the rocks above over thousands of years. Our next stop was the town of Pickering and a visit to the North Yorkshire Moor Steam Railway at Pickering's 1930s themed railway station that really will transport you back in time. The railway is 18 miles long and runs across the North York Moors National Park, stopping at various villages along the way, including Goathland, where the station was used in the Harry Potter films. Ticket prices are very reasonable, starting around £13. They also offer a 12-month hop-on, hop-off Rover ticket for £49. There's also a lovely tea room, a museum, gift shop on the platforms, and it really is worth a visit. We're now coming to Pickering Castle, and maybe be able to give Harry a bit of a run up here. I suspect we're walking around the moat of Pickering Castle at the moment. We also understand this is English heritage, which means it's probably going to cost an arm and a leg to get in. Taking us back to the Abbey. The reason we didn't go into the Abbey was because it was going to cost us £26, even on a concession. Bearing in mind concessions usually apply to pensioners, we thought that was a bit steep to go in and just see what is in effect some ruins. But we shall see what it's like here. Come on. It's been a lovely walk for the dog, who's been on lead for the last few days, and at least he's had a chance now to roam free. So we are now in Pickering itself. There are a lot of unusual shops here in Pickering, antiques, and some quite imaginative window displays in the charity shops too. My kind of shop, says. So for lunch we've come to the White Swan, but I wanted to show you this in their car park. These lovely shady nooks to park your car in the summer heat. Not that we've had a lot of summer heat since we've been down in Whitby, but I think that's brilliant. Okay, let's go and get something to eat. Well, that was short and sweet. The pub has stopped serving food. We'll see you back at the ranch. We've got back from Pickering. This weather is still nice, getting a little bit chillier now, the evening's drawing in, but we didn't get to see everything we wanted to. The weather started off really badly, although it got better towards the end of the day. But Pickering we absolutely loved, thought it was beautiful, can highly recommend it as an area. But effectively that brings an end to our trip. Tomorrow we shall be heading back down south tomorrow morning, maybe stopping on the way if there's something we like the look of. It's about 5 hours drive. But thank you for joining us on this whistle stop tour, give you a little snapshot of Whitby and the surrounding area. I hope you found it useful. I hope you enjoyed it. Anything I've missed out in terms of facts and history and stuff will no doubt be in the commentary. Thank you very much for joining us. If you like what you're seeing, please like, subscribe, smash those buttons. It all helps to get us noticed online. We do appreciate it. And until we see you next time on Grey Matters, it's bye for now.